Hi everyone, my name is Begoña and this is my colleague Annie. Welcome to our first episode of Women in Renewables. We are going to release 3 episodes in the coming weeks where we are going to speak to some established women in the industry.
So today we're going to be speaking to 2 women who have paved really promising careers in the renewable energy industry. So we wanted to get a better understanding of what it was like entering a male-dominated industry and better understand how these women found themselves in their current roles. So we'll be speaking to 2 women today, Natalie and Lucia, and they're going to be answering some of the questions that we have for them. Thanks.
My name is Natalie Collins and I'm the Head of Engineering at Today Solar. Today Solar is one of Australia's leading commercial solar installers. And as Head of Engineering, I lead our 20-person engineering team of electrical, civil, mechanical, PV, structural engineers to create high-quality designs for all of our solar installations.
Hello, I'm Lucia Cordova. I'm the Business Development Manager for INGE team in Australia. INGE team is an international group specialized in power, electronics control, electrical engineering and automation, as well as operation and maintenance services. And we developed our products across different industries, such as wind, solar, hydro, mining, and marine as well. We are about 4,000 people all around the world. We are present in 22 different countries, and we've been in Australia since 2013.
So I grew up in France and chose to become an engineer because it was the career path that really opened the most doors for me. From very early on, I knew that I wanted to have a career that would help me have an impact on creating a better society and helping the environment. And I also knew that I wanted a career that could take me to live in any country in the world. So a career in renewable energy has really empowered me to do both those things. As of today, I've worked in Europe, the US, West Africa, and now Australia, bringing cheaper and cleaner electricity to homes, businesses, and remote villages.
So first of all, you have to think that you have to spend 1/3 of your time at the workplace. So you have to, that's a lot of time, and you have to think where you invest that time. So I believe it's worth to choose an industry that is working towards a more sustainable world, and that's one of the main reasons. Another reason is the renewable energy industry has high levels of growth and development, so that means a lot of opportunities throughout the whole value chain of the sector. And last but not least, I would say that the renewable energy industry is very young and is dynamic. So there is an opportunity to learn something new almost every day. So those are the main reasons.
So are there any barriers to entry for women in the renewable energy industry? Well, I'm an engineer, so I like to look at the numbers, and the fact is that women represent less than 1/5 of the renewable energy workforce, and even less at leadership levels. So whether you can see them or not, there are obviously barriers. And I think those barriers are due to a myriad of conscious and unconscious biases that women face throughout their lifetime and their careers. Now, people often say that women should be more attracted to the renewable energy industry because they care more about the environment, but I honestly think that that's a pretty sexist thing to say. The true difference between the renewable energy industry and any other industry is that this industry is evolving and changing more rapidly than any other. We have innovative products coming out every week, the market is growing exponentially, and costs are coming crashing down. So we need all of the talent we can get in order to succeed in this industry. The research and evidence showing the impact that diversity has on innovation, productivity, and overall bottom line is overwhelming. So this industry truly cannot afford to exclude half of the population from its talent pool.
So I haven't really faced any barriers. I've been always treated equally as my male colleagues. However, I have to say that it's true that in this industry the percentage of females working is lower, so I would really encourage women to choose this industry going forward.
So the advice I have for women starting a career in renewables, and this advice is truly for men and women across all industries, the first step is to educate yourself. really understand the unconscious biases that others may have about you and that you may have about yourself. So for example, if you become aware of the fact that you're statistically less likely to apply for a job if you don't meet 100% of the criteria, well, you can compensate for that. If you become aware that you're statistically more likely to be interrupted in a meeting, you can make sure your voice is heard. And if you become aware that you're statistically more likely to lack confidence and downplay your successes and let others take credit for your ideas, well, you can jump in the driver's seat of your career. I think it's an opportunity right now to be a woman in the renewable energy industry because companies are realizing that they're going to need us and our diversity of thought to succeed. And frankly, it's a fantastic industry to work in. It's vibrant, it's innovative, and it's impactful.
I would tell them to be very proactive and willing to learn. It's a complex industry, but I've found that the more you learn, the more you understand, the more interesting it becomes and the more exciting. So I would just tell them to ask many questions to colleagues, to suppliers, to clients, to be able to get a full picture of the industry. And I would also advise to, well, as I said before, it's a industry that is very dynamic, is constantly changing. So I would definitely tell them to keep up with the changes, not just in technology, but also in policy, because it's very important.